Good afternoon. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the afternoon. My name is Badhul Das. I am from Bangladesh, dear Knowledge Seeker. I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is a social and certified international educational and training institute. In last years, we already served 35 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 450 plus profession and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professional is an educational institute that provides social work globally recognized and reportable. We serve student community resource providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one skill just by offering formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, internationally to student, job seeker, job holder, and also for learner, the respective campus location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institute. IGP is on the famous online institute from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinar, seminar courses, award, quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 premium services for free, like create own portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and Wow Knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge which can update all day. Kids learning game website, free course, convert sites, and many more. We help to empower you to learn to meet their expectation and dream and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program, webinar, and offline online courses for youth and learner by professional trainers and coaches. Our session are conducted by globally renowned professionals to develop all kind of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and personalities. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the state of global professional. We believe that knowledge is love and light and vision. So we try to understand the needs of today's generation and will serve them with good research and practice method. We must have a genuine concept for the learner to represent more diversity, growth, and innovation are required to lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. IGP members are committed to offering effective best quality service and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill level and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next with your continuous support, you already completed 1,876 webinars successfully. Moving to the next with your continuous support, you already completed 1,876 webinars successfully. Dear IGP speaker, participant, and well-wisher, at this moment, this is a very important message for you all. We change and design our website www.eduigp.com. On this website, we have surprise for everyone. Hope you will be benefited. We already launched our new website where you can find all our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without an account or logged in, you cannot enjoy our services. So create your account for once with proper information. Note that with proper information, you will enjoy all features. With mismatched data, you cannot do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competition on our website. We replace slide. You have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all of our previous webinars with certificate. Easier and time limited because after the session, we will not provide you any code for certification. You have to take part in one exam. For that, if you pass, you will receive your certificate. Otherwise, not. But you can take part in an exam unlimited till you pass. If you are an IGP speaker, all your previous certificate is speakership certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download the certificate of gratitude. If you are an online life quiz competition winner, you can download the certificate of participation. If you are selected for lifetime membership, then you can download the certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participate in any award function which organizes combined support with IGP, you can download that also. You can easily prepare and download 18 types of mission certificate from our website within a minute. Certificate of Global Professional Membership, Certificate of Global Infusion in the Pandemic, Certificate of Active Knowledge Seeker, Certificate of Social Activities in the Pandemic, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2020, 2021 and 2022, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 1, Authentic Assessment in Teaching Learning, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 2, Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 3, Digital Classroom Engagement Tools, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 4, The New Trend in Education. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 5, Happy Skill Innovation Leadership and Managerial Skills. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 6, The New Trend in Education. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 7, Research Comprehension Approach. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 8, Art in Teaching a Special Program in the Art. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 9, 21st Century Turing Teaching Mathematics. Certificate of IGP Corporate Ambassador, Certificate of IGP Campus Ambassador, which you can prepare and download within a minute. From now on, you can participate in 1,000 plus international level quiz with verified certificate. Teaching tips for teacher, health tips for parents, health tips for teens, education tools for teacher. You can join IGP alumni. You can check out our previous services website for free and many more. Dear IGP will be sure we promised previously, but lack of technical problem, we are late sending you on time. This is a great opportunity to collect your previous condition to solve all issue from our website. Now you can enroll, reset password, everything. You can check it for all open details. It's a cordial request to check all button and pages on our website. You like and say, be benefited. Thank you, but note that without an account or login, you cannot enjoy our session. At present, we are going to start our 1877 webinar, which name is MOOC Integrated Pedagogy, a Success Story. And today our speaker's name is Dr. Samir Babu M. He is from India. Before I hand over this to our speaker, sir, I want to share a very little bit about him. Associate Professor, Department of Adult and Continuing Education and Extension, Jamia Millia, Islamia Central University, New Delhi, India. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Now, very important for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction about the IGP, and I also get to know more about your credentials and the state of affairs of your activities. Thank you. Let me present my screen and continue the presentation. Today, I am here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm here to discuss some of the success part of my teaching. I don't know to what extent you will be taking. I think the screen is visible to you, right? Is it all right? The screen is okay. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
MOOC
sir. You can
integration in
proceed.
teaching. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, and have a good afternoon from India. I hope that you are from different time zones. Sometimes some of you are in the morning, some of you are in the afternoon, evening. Anyway, good afternoon from my side. Namaste. I'm Samir Babu. Presently, I'm an associate professor at Jamia Millia Islamia. It is one of the central universities. We have third rank as per the national ranking framework, national institutional ranking framework. We are in the third, based on the institutions, that is universities. Come to the MOOC integration in teaching. Actually, in this presentation, I would like to give you glimpses of what I have in my teaching, what I have done in my teaching. Not a very perfect manner, but professionally, as a teacher, I could integrate MOOC in my teaching in a way, in such a way that all of us can incorporate the MOOCs in teaching, especially in the higher education. Even though it's a school education, that is also possible. So that is my concern for today. So when we look into the teaching skills initially, of course, we know that it's a mixture of technological skills, content knowledge, and of course, it is covered with the pedagogical knowledge. Without your pedagogical knowledge, you can have a kind of lecture, that is, by any lecture, any orator can give you a lecture, but they cannot be treated as teacher once or till then they have a kind of pedagogic approach or pedagogic knowledge. So of course we know that content knowledge and the technological knowledge is essential for any presentation, along with pedagogic knowledge. As a teacher, the supplement, the strength of teaching is pedagogic knowledge, knowledge of the teacher, knowledge of the teaching process, knowledge of the skills of teaching, of course about the learner and the learning process, traits of the learner, psychology of the learner, philosophy of teaching, methodology of teaching, so surroundings of educations, classroom environment, administration, all these are requirement as a part of pedagogic knowledge. So this diagram, you must be knowing that this is known as TPAC, techno-pedagogic and content knowledge. So pedagogic knowledge is required for teaching, technology knowledge is required teaching, content is required for teaching. So we can call it as techno-pedagogic content knowledge. That is mentioned by Sharma as TPAC. It's one of the significant things. In this context, I am coming to the MOOC integration. That is what I was doing. So when we talk about the skills of teaching, when we talk about the components or area that we cover in teaching, of course, we are not in a position to forget the taxonomy of educational objectives or educational outcomes. So in the revised taxonomy of educational outcomes, as Anderson and Kathwal, they have devised a revised taxonomy as remembering in the base, understanding, then applying, analyzing, evaluating. At the top post we have creating. This is the this is a pyramid that we call it as this is the pyramid that we call it as the taxonomy of educational outcomes or educational objectives. So in the higher order level, we can consider analyzing, evaluating, and creating. These three are considered as higher order thinking skills, higher order skills. So when a teacher is in a position to significantly list out what are the outcomes of his or her teaching, so definitely they have to look into various parameters, various levels and hierarchies of teaching objectives, teaching concerns, but outcomes, we call it as outcomes. So these days we talk about outcome based education, outcome based curriculum. So as a teacher, what we are planning in advance, what we are listing out in advance, all these things should be in a position to transfer to the students so that it will be achieved in due course of time with the activities that we have as a part of teaching learning process. So my concern is that how the technology integration, especially the MOOC integration, can produce wonders in attaining the higher order thinking skills. So we are talking about the application, we are talking about understanding, we are talking about remembering. These are the basics. Anyone can have it even without the skill of a teacher. Teacher requires, why teachers cannot be replaced by technology, why we say that teachers cannot be replaced by the skills of technology, by the technological gadgets, because no technology can successfully implement. I can say that no technology can implement. I am not saying that no technology can successfully implement the processes and requirements for ensuring the higher order thinking. To some extent is possible, but only with the teacher it is possible 100%. It is possible complete higher order thinking skills inculcation or higher order thinking skills assurance is possible with the human, with the teacher intervention only. So that is why, so everywhere, if you google it, if you go to ChatGPT, if you go to any AI tools, you will get the things like application level, but your analytical skills, skill of evaluation, your creating, designing, planning skills, this will not be taken care of by any art, even though artificial intelligence tools are not up to the level to develop the higher order thinking skills of the students or thinking skills of human beings. So we can say that if you simply before the we can have two extremes we have now. That is, before AI and AI, we have two generations now. The those who are using AI and those who are not using AI. There is a significant difference between these two categories. Those who are applying and those who are using AI, they have lots of improvement in their activity. Productivity increased to a great extent. The thinking skills increased, lots of changes or evolution happen those who started using AI. At the same time, those who are in the period of Google just before AI, I'm not talking about integrated Google. So before the things that we were having some sort of activities through Google, so that was till the level of application. So in that we can identify that how people are competent to use in this kind of technological devices. Now come to the MOOC integration. Here I've just given you an example of MOOC integration. I've given you a link for registering a MOOC course of Commonwealth of Learning. You must be knowing that Commonwealth of Learning, COL, Commonwealth of Learning. Once you go Google it, col.org, you will be getting lots of courses, lots of massive open online courses that is free of cost, and you will also get a certificate. So the Learn OER, this is actually in the era of the knowledge explosion, era of the technological explosion. We can call it as era of technological explosion in teaching learning process or in education. So here it is very significant that all of us should know the open educational resources and open movement, because we know that plagiarism, copying, and falsification, these are some of the cardinal sins in academic writing or academic exercises. So we should not be in like that. We have to follow strictly the writing pattern or the presentation pattern, why along with acknowledging the source of the thing. So that for that it is very significant that we have to learn what is open educational resources, what are the licenses, like we have open licenses, we have ND licenses, we have some SA licenses, share alike licenses. So there are 6 7 license categories, license categories we have. So we have to understand the OER and what is the significance of OER. So this will help you to do that. So if you have a teacher, definitely you can suggest your students, especially in the higher education, they should undergo this course. This is a 1 hour course. After completion of this, you will get a certificate once you successfully complete the quiz of that. So that is why I just it's as an introduction to MOOC, I just planning to give it. Now, why MOOC is this much popular? Why I am suggesting you to use MOOC? So here it is that we consider that MOOC is explosion of MOOC. MOOC is massive open online courses. It is considered as massive because massive enrollment is possible in a university of India. So my university is Jamia Millia Islamia. It is a central university. If you enroll in my university, there are lots of technicalities. Whether you are origin of India, whether you have some visa requirements, whether you have some consent to study here, whether seats are available, whether will it be excluding if many people comes, whether there will be chances, there will be a possibility of entrance test, there will be a screening. So anybody cannot join to a program. For example, I am teaching MA educational planning and administration program. So to my program there are 10 seats, only 10 seats for us. So other than the 10 seats, nobody is able to enroll to that specific program in a specific academic year. So others are left behind because they are not getting a chance to learn MA educational planning and administration of a specific university. So if it is open, if it is online, and if it is flexible in its entry exit policies, definitely this will be attracting students. Now we are talking about, especially in India, we are talking about 50% of enrollment in higher education by 2030 as per our recently evolved national policy 2020 of education. We have a target of 50 percentage of the enrollment in higher education. um, that is possible only through open distance learning and massive open online course, because infrastructure is not up to the level, universities are not having up to the level seats, the development of the nation is not up to the level. So definitely one or the other mechanism the state has to introduce to ensure the enrollment in like that. So target is 50%. So of course we have to go for online modalities. So MOOC is one of the trendsetter because so everywhere, whether there is no seats availability, there is no bar of the seat. If you are coming of 1 million coming for enrolling a course of mine, you are welcome. No barriers for the thing because it is open. It is online. Flexibilities are in terms of the admission requirements. If the MOOC is the general, mainly the MOOCs are general of. If you have interest in that, definitely you can enroll. There will not be any specific criteria of enrollment. This is the quality of MOOCs. So MOOCs are trendsetters. Now we know that bandwagon universities, every university these days, they are competing to offer one or the other MOOC programs, MOOC courses. Diplomas are available, certificates available. Similarly, we have MOOC programs, bachelor's programs, master's program, completely through MOOCs available. So depends upon the quality and the quality of the content and the rigorous planning of the institutions they have. They offer all these kind of things. So popular thing is that the short courses. Popular thing is that short courses starting from 2 weeks to 8 weeks or 16 weeks. These are very popular among people. So when I enrolled in 2012 13, I enrolled a MOOC for the first time when I was doing my doctoral degree. So I enrolled to a MOOC of British Council. That time it was 1 million plus enrollment in the MOOC. When you look into the MOOC and its activities, especially of that time, we were surprised how many people are joining. If join, they will also share the experience, they will also share their background, they will share the experience and the examples and demonstration from their own require their own specific locality, their own landscape of teaching. So wonderfully, sitting inside a classroom or in my drawing room of my house, I can get all the updations of global teachers globally. From Africa, I have from Australia, America, Europe, Asia, the other parts of Asia other than my country. So everywhere teachers have enrolled in the MOOC course of British Council. So I started getting the updates of their lesson plans, updates of the policies they have in their respective countries, respective states. Similarly, the methodology they are teaching, the examples they are engaging to engage the students, the examples they engage as a part of their lesson and the delivery of the lessons. So these are the trends. These are the trends I'm getting. Otherwise, I have to go for a conference to get the updates. So that there is no guarantee that this much people will be sharing the experience. There is a limited number of people for the conference or a seminar or a workshop even. So there is participation limit. This is massive, getting n numbers of responses. So this is also a study area for us to continue a research as well. Now we know that the trend, it is a trend set because everyone is coming forward, because this is also considered as one of the requirements for the accreditation in many of the areas. If you look into the QS world ranking, some of the world ranking parameters, enrollment matters a lot. So even though the MOOC enrollment is online and it is not as offline in campus on campus, it is possible, we can do that. When I got an opportunity to be a part of the Queen's University Canada as a visiting faculty, as a part of the exchange program of Shastri Indo-Canadian. It's a fellowship of mobility. So when I look into the system of the classes they were having, 600 plus students are in a section. So many of them are attending online. So the blending, actually the real blending was happening in such kind of institutions. I don't mean that many of the our institutions are not up to the level, but certain institutions, they have very rigorous policy how to manage it through massive admissions, massive enrollment, flexibility. How can we ensure in the program? So now we know that MOOCs are considered as a part of learning explosion. Now, if you look into some of the aspects, definitely we can get an idea that there are specific requirements, specific points on teaching everywhere. If you go to a specific classroom, you will find out lots of difficulties. If you're a maths teacher, so how to manage maths skills of K-12, you have a MOOC available on that. How to increase the thinking of 10th grade students or secondary school students, there are MOOCs available. Specific skill oriented, activity oriented, pinpointed MOOCs are available. This is actually the learning explosion what we experience through MOOCs. If you go to an interview, earlier was there, nowadays we know that there are many YouTube channels regarding the interview tips. That is also not up to the, they sometimes share their experience, they sometimes showcase some of the things that is highlighted in public. But when we look into some of the course of University of Leeds or Open University, if we look into some of the MOOC platforms, they have 2 week or 3 week courses on what are the flops in interview, how to prepare for a successful interview, how to make a resume, how to write your profile in detail, writing a letter of motivation. These are available specifically, earlier was were not available for public and only getting from the finishing schools or polishing personality development centers. You have to give huge fees, huge money for that. Now it is available on your fingertips without any expenses. That is actually online open courses and their reliability or significance. And of course, you will be thinking all are not free. Why you are speaking like this? Of course, all the MOOCs programs are not free. MOOCs are not free, but there are free programs. If you look into the future learn, if you look into the future learn, only the time of, if you require a certificate, you have to apply for, you have to give a fee. Otherwise, for learning, no fee at all. For looking into the video, watching the video, no fees at all. We have in India, we have a Swayam platform, SWAYAM, 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 Swayam platform. All of you should go through that. In the Swayam platform, we have NPTEL, NPTEL, NPTEL. All these are platforms where there is no fee for your enrollment and learning. Only fee comes if you have to write exam and get the certificate. Learning no matter of many. So these are the learning explosion. Actually, through MOOCs it is happened, learning explosion. As a teacher, I started implementing it in my teaching in one or the other way, but many times students were not cooperative, that I admit. But at the same time, if teacher is proactive, teacher is positive in nature and understand, make them understood the significance, definitely they will be active. Flexibility matter, I have already explained the flexibility. MOOCs and internationalization. See the MOOCs. These are internationals. I am a student of Cambridge. I'm a student of University of Leeds. I'm a student of Open University UK. I'm a student of MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. I cannot go there. I don't have fund for. I don't have fund for paying the fee. But through MOOC, it is a promotion of internationalization of education. Of course, we know that. Now, now I'm coming to the crux of the MOOC. What is actually MOOC and how can we ensure the MOOC? Modeling the integration. These are the from my own experiences. I'm just writing you. I'm just giving you some of the points. These are not based on any references. I'm giving you the MOOC based on the integration that I would like to suggest you. A MOOC methodology I would like to suggest you, that is flipping of the content. Of course, flipping of the content is a methodology. You can flip it. How it is flipping is happening, how a flipping is happening as a part of the discussion in the classroom. Whatever you are giving prior to the classroom, beginning of the classroom and engagement in the classroom learning teaching activity, this is known as flipping. So flipping models, we know flipping. So as a part of, as a component of flipping, you can assign the student, okay, you should go through the MOOC, come to the class only after completing the 2 weeks of the MOOC. Sorry. Yes, this is possible for us as a flipping component. As a blended thread, that is also possible as a blended thread. How a blended thread it is? It is actually, we are considering it as a part of blending. You have a teaching learning, and along with you are blending it with the MOOC is blending it with it. Some component you will be given from MOOCs. That is also possible. Blending from one to the other. You are teaching something, taking the students to the MOOC. So some of the conditions we have, the technology is a barrier. Technology is a condition. It is required. They should have a hands-on experience, access to the devices and gadgets, or a lab, laboratory, computer lab, whatever it is, or a iPad lab, whatever it is you have in the institution, or at least the smartphones that should be integrated, that should be together in the classroom. Again, they should have access to the connectivity. Internet connection is required. This is a possibility of blending MOOC. MOOC only in teaching. That is another criteria, another thing I was implementing. MOOC only in teaching. I was not teaching anything. The MOOC only. This is my class students. I'm talking about the leadership styles today. Just go to this course of Future Learn. Look into what leadership styles we have. I'm not teaching at all. This is not a blending actually. This is MOOC only in teaching that I was doing that. So prior to planning the lesson, while planning the classes, what you have to do is you have to introspect. Is it possible to have such kind of instruction in the classroom? Whether you have all the facilities to undertake MOOC only in teaching. And again, once you got an idea, yes, it is possible. You are positive towards the possibility of MOOC only teaching. Second one is, so how to do that? To select the appropriate MOOC that is exactly matching, not related. In a blending, you can related courses you can have. In flipping, you can have related teaching. But in the MOOC only teaching, you need exactly the subject matter. For example, I am talking about learning theories in my classroom, or I am talking about educational financing. What are the constraints of educational financing in a developed country? If I talk, I would like to teach this topic through MOOC only teaching. I have to look into the courses that deals with educational financing and constraints, especially for the third world nation or a developing nation. Then I have to suggest it to the students. Whether it is available or not, I have to check it. These are some of the constraints we have. So what I was doing is, when I was teaching some of the components I have already explained with you, the leadership styles, one of the things, I got some of the exact same MOOCs from internet, from Future Learn. Future Learn, I find Future Learn as one of the best platform that we can apply for MOOC only teaching or MOOC blended teaching or flipping also it is possible. So MOOC only teaching, it is wonderful. Future learning is wonderful. So some of the significant courses I searched, okay, it's available. I planned my lessons accordingly. I structured my questions accordingly. I structured my questions for learning, assessment for learning accordingly, assessment as learning accordingly, assessment of learning also accordingly. I structured. Then next possibility, this is actually wonderful, but provided the courses are available from the subject area that you are teaching in any of the platforms that are free either or available for the institutions on subscription basis in your institution. Okay, this is a condition. Now coming to the fourth one, last one, MOOC as an assignment. Actually, as a MOOC experiment, I started this prior to MOOC only teaching. MOOC only in teaching, I started in late stage. Earlier, for the last 4 years, I started an assignment of MOOC as assignment. So my students of when I was in University of Kerala for the 4 years, I started giving the assignment for students on MOOC. They have to enroll for any MOOC of their choice from the related subject area, either from their teaching subject. Some are from science background, some are from social science background, some from languages and mathematics. These are the four major categories we have in India. So from their subjective respective subject area, they are free to opt their MOOC, and I restricted only 4 week, not more than 4 week, because my semester will be running. They have some other assignments and tasks of other teachers as well, so I don't want to hinder the classes and activities of the other component, other teachers. So I suggested strictly restricted this, not more than 4 weeks of course you can take. It can be of 2 weeks, it can be of 3 weeks, it can be of 4 weeks, not more than that, because it will be disturbance for their entire activity span. So accordingly, all of them will enroll to the program, into the course. Now, next, as a teacher, what I have to do next, I have to share a Google form or Google sheet. Through that Google sheet, generally I used to, I will write the serial number, name of the student, their enrollment number if required, otherwise you can leave it. Then the name of the program, name of the course they enrolled, the service provider, and the date of beginning, date of ending, and the weeks, how many weeks. Then I'll get a consolidated sheet after a few days or a week time. I'll give a week time for the students to enroll, because it's not instantly. It's not possible, because in country like India, we cannot guarantee that internet is with everyone all the time. So sometimes they are going home and they are enrolling from their parents' ID, from their brother's ID. They have to recharge next day. So these are some of the possibilities of excuses. So accordingly, they enroll it. I'll get a list of total students. So every week wise, I will remind them. Okay, student, reminder is not a part of the teaching learning process. I'll message in the WhatsApp group. They'll have a group or community. So I'll use in the either in the Slack or in the WhatsApp group. So they will be get reminded about the possible things of doing. Now, next stage is how can I structure it as an assignment? It is not completing the MOOC. It is not an assignment actually. So, assignment is anyone can complete the MOOC, but how to make it as an assignment, and of course, how to integrate it with the concern that we have. The concern that we have, that is 21st century skills. We know that the 21st century skills 21st century skills, we require to have experiments on 21st century skills. We talk about 21st century skills. Where is the inculcation of 21st century skills? Teaching learning is happening, communication is happening in the classroom. What about the critical thinking? What about creative thinking? Do you have any session for that? Definitely answer will be no. A majority will have a no answer for creative thinking session, critical thinking session, personality development, except for some of the courses like engineering, businessman management, medicine. We'll have some personality development sessions purposefully integrated to the program. But otherwise, generally in arts and science programs and some of the other programs of less professional in nature, they may not have this. But we highlight that these are the part of 21st in this case. Critical thinking is required, entrepreneurial skill is required, creativity is required, problem solving, risk taking, decision making. How to do that? There are requirements, there are some programs we have, there are some assignments. So purposefully I integrate this into, so they should write something, so they should critically comment on the pedagogic aspects of the MOOC, whether the pedagogy applied in that is okay or not, what kind of design they have, what kind of assignment they have, analyzing the evaluation pattern. Will it be possible such kind of evaluation in the classroom situation? How, what kind of technology they used, they must have used, might have used in the preparation of this. So they are looking into various aspects, various exposure they are getting. Knowledge literacy, information literacy, we are covering that as such a different skills. Media literacy they are getting, critical thinking they are getting, they are looking into the comments of the other learners. Creativity enhances, writing skill improves. Communication is a part of 21st century skills. It is one of the very significant components of 21st century skills. Communication, oral communication, how oral communication improves. They are watching the videos of universities in UK, universities in USA, Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, Saudi Arabia, whatever it is. So they will get an idea how to pronounce it, what is the pronunciation of a specific country. They are getting an understanding. If not, they have script in behind. Below the video there is a script, they can match with it, they can again rewatch the video, redo the video. So all these are the possibilities of enhancing the communication skill. One way or the other there is an imitation happens. I know personally that I imitate sometimes. When I get a specific terminology from a lecture, we'll also use, try to use. This is a kind of language learning, we know that. So this is possible. There is a possibility. Writing is possibility. Oh, this is a way of writing sentences. This is a way of greeting people in different way. Hi, hello. These are the common things. Good morning, good afternoon. These are the common. So what are the other ways of greeting people? From the comments of the people, from the introductory remarks of the videos, they will get an idea. Okay, this is the way I can also imitate. So they are getting more and more exposure. Skill of paraphrasing improves, summarizing improves. So these are some of the writing skills. So this way we can incorporate these all the 21st century skills as a part of this move. So this is the idea. So teacher has to give correctly what is to be given for them. And finally, as a part of the assignment, I'll tell them critically look into the, you can summarize, you have to summarize the course in nutshell. Mention the objectives of the course or learning outcomes of the course, the target groups, what kind of methodology they have used in, what kind of pedagogic strategies they have, assessment of learning, assessment for learning. All these they have to, that is summative and formative assessment of the MOOC they have to look into. The pattern of discussion forums we have, so that also they have to summarize. Finally critically comment on that, so the critical commenting will comes. And at the end they will also put the progress, maybe 86%. I'll tell them always that less than 75 is not accepted. So if you complete the 75% of the total courses, it's okay, well and good. Otherwise I'll not accept your assignment. Then I can evaluate. This can be treated as a very good exercise, and accordingly you can use it as a mode of interaction with your students. So purposefully, what I got it as a part of this is people started people started using it. People started it, make it as a habit that looking into anything through MOOCs for their development. One of my friends, I remember when I was teaching MA development extension, so the students told me in the at the end of the my experiment that, sir, we enrolled in 7 courses. These are very particular for us. Thank you for introducing MOOCs for us, because she was involved in many of the things. She was looking for some positions in some PhD positions in Western countries. So she requires a letter of motivation. She has to submit a letter of purpose. She has to submit a reference letter. She has to write a covering letter for admission. So all these are, all of a sudden we are not getting. So some of the tips she got from Future Learn exercises. When you go to Future Learn, definitely you will get it. How to present yourself, how to write your resume. There are courses. So this definitely, these will help us to improve ourselves. So this was the things. So many people were complaining, sir, why you are giving all these assignment? This is very difficult for us to complete the MOOC. So you are giving all these. So I just never mind. I went, okay, relax and do that. I just commented this only. But at the end of the course or semester, they told me that, okay, this was wonderful, really wonderful, because we got an exposure to different university. Even sitting inside the class, we were getting exposed to many other universities of international repute in ranking, very high ranking. So once they complete the program, they can also write, enrich their CV, writing, okay, I have completed a course of British Council, completed a course of Cambridge, I have completed a course of MIT on this specific aspect. Okay, this is a skill enhancement program. So once every the people of same recipe or same CV are there, definitely if you have a specific ingredient, if a specific addition, definitely you will be hired by the employer. This way you have to motivate the students. So this is one of the very significant component I experienced, that definitely all the teachers have to incorporate. So when I was a part of MA development extension, I was using the MOOC in teaching, MOOC only in teaching method, because I have topics like leadership styles, entrepreneurship, basics, understanding entrepreneurship. I got complete matter. Other than the bookish matter was not up to the level. I got some books, I got some activities and ideas, but with the practical things, the people, they started looking into explaining in their own. That is actually fresh. We are getting on the hand, ready made kind of things. So this was also wonderful for me to develop. Then another was leadership style. So when I was talking about leadership, like, I got exactly the same kind of things from internet. The Future Learn is one of the best platform. So because it is free, only for certification you have to pay. Certification is not required at all. If you require for your promotion purpose, if you're applying for any job position that requires an add-on, a desirable qualification, of course you can go and purchase the certificate. Otherwise, institution wise, you can collectively enroll for that. If institution has a fund, that is also a possibility for getting a certificate. Otherwise, there are some free programs. Otherwise, you can use it as in teaching. For teaching, you can use that. Complete the program, complete the course on time, get a statement of progress. Statement of progress you will get. Sometimes you will get statement of completion. Also, some universities will give you. So accordingly, you can make that. So this is actually a wonderful deliberation regarding the wonderful kind of exercise you can use in teaching. Okay, now the possibilities, how can we do that? This is a possibility. So these are some of the ideas I just mentioned you. Whatever I have mentioned, same thing we have. I'm coming to the end of my presentations. So we can identification of the relevant MOOC is one of the thing that the teacher has to do. You have to identify the MOOC, how MOOC is to be taken into the teaching. One thing. Second is blending the MOOC content with the classroom instruction. Second, we have to do. If it is blending, if you have blending mode, you have to do that. Next is flipped classroom. How to flipping. If it is flipping mode, you can use it as a prior exercise. Identify it, flip it, give to the students, tell them what they have to do. Create the learning pathways. How to learning pathways. How do I structure my learning exercise experiences for my students? So this is in the pathways, creating the learning pathways. That's also another thing. Encouragement, collaboration. That is wonderful. Without collaboration, MOOCs also, if you're doing MOOCs, Collaboration is required. What the other people are introducing, what they have done. So discussion forums will be one of the best element in MOOC to understand many things about many nations, their practices, their inclinations, their specific explanations and explorations, so that you encourage the collaborations and group activities, provide guidance and support all the time. The orientation is required. Orientation, they should be given a hands-on experience of how to do that. That is required. Incorporate assessment related to that, that whatever I have done, that is a kind of assessment. You must be having your own assessment, you must be having your own practices. Tell me the practice, I'm happy to listen to you, I'm happy to get your questions and relevant things. With this I conclude that MOOC is one of the best. There are many issues of MOOCs. We know that it is not real classroom. If you go through the MOOCs, there is no guarantee that you will be getting all the learning experiences. You will not be getting all the desired learning outcomes at the end of the MOOC. That we know that, because it's massive. There is no in one-to-one attention of the teacher. Millions and millions, thousands are enrolling for the MOOC. I'm also running a MOOC in same platforms of India. We have 33,000 plus participants. So managing one-to-one is very difficult, but still it is possible. But incorporate the assessment how it is. So this way, as a part of integration, I've suggested you four components. Flipping component is possible. Blended thread as a blended thread is possible. MOOC only in teaching is also possible if it is exactly available in any of the platforms. MOOC as an assignment. Definitely, this at least the last one you have to follow. At least the students will be getting the knowledge spheres, the sources of knowledge they will be getting. With these words, I conclude. Thank you so much for your time and patient listening. I'm happy to listen from you. Thank you so much. Yes, all of you. I'm here to listen to some of the questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for a rich content presentation which can impact our knowledge seeker surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new, which was our only intention. Learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seeker. Once again, thank you so much, sir, for your presentation. Now, sir, it's time for our question and answer session, one more valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable sir, please stay with us. After a short video, we will back in our session part 2, which is the question answer part. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have an webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have an webinar certification and online quiz competition. participant. Dear IGP seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have an application and online quiz competition. Dear IGP seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification. Sir, our first question is from Kingway. Why is mock taking as a barrier to persistence?
Okay, so actually, na MOOC is taken as a barrier to persistence. So MOOC is actually there are many things we have through MOOCs. One is when we are talking about the enrollment perspective. So in countries like so where I am from, India, so we have certain issues of enrollment. That is, without working, without earning, it is not possible to continue the education. There is no fund for their own education. So many of the students, after completing their graduation either or their 10 plus 2, the intermediate, they will drop out or they will leave their journey of education. So in that cases, MOOC is wonderful. So in certain cases, it is consider that MOOC will assist us for that, assist us for learning. That is, it is considered as a support for learning. So this is this is definitely, it is, we cannot take it as a barrier. It is what we call it as, it's an opportunity. I find it as an opportunity. Can you again ask if you need further explanation? It was from PM. I don't know who is the person. Yes. So, Kiangi Isla, Kiangangi Isa. If you need for more clarity, you can ask further. Another question is why some MOOCs make students felt insanity. Actually, na MOOCs, actually the MOOCs sometimes these are not based on the level of some of our students. If I am from India, my students may not be having the basic awareness of some of the aspects. For example, if I am directly coming to programming language Python, if students are not getting interested in that specific subject, it will make them uncomfortable. They will not be happy with it. Sometimes people are going to enroll with n numbers of MOOCs. This is also not good because you are just going. I have seen recently that someone from Brunei, I have a friend, she posted in the group that she got 500 certificates. These are not up to we can say that the learning is not happening most of the time. You're just going for just as a earning the certificate, quantitative. That will not work actually. So we should understand the situation, select it wisely, then it will be okay. More than 2 3 is not okay at a time. Finish it, then go for that. That is good. Okay, any other question? Yes, definitely. We have C MOOCs and X MOOCs. Some are very specific MOOCs. Then some are complementary groups. Some are basically the curriculum oriented MOOCs are there. Some are general MOOCs. These are the categories. X and C MOOCs are the categories. Then, if you look into the types of MOOCs, like MOOCs are the group, then we have a specific MOOCs that they are known as POC, small private open course. POC is also VOC is vocational courses are known as VOOC, vocational open online courses. There are many categories as well. Nowadays, we have the certificates, diplomas, and degrees as well through MOOCs. Very systematic and structured MOOCs. Yes. Any other questions?
Thank
Of
you
course,
so
the
much,
MOOC.
sir, for the answer.
Thank you. All
Sir,
of you,
there
I
is no
request.
more questions from our
Okay.
participants.
Yes, yes. I'll give a word. All of you, please try to adopt the MOOC into the pedagogy, into the teaching learning process. Definitely, the students will love it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. So there is no more questions from our participants. So once again, thank you so much for sir for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topic. It will add some value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable sir, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new day. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you. Welcome.
Honorable sir, before we move to the next, if you want to leave this studio, you can.
Okay, okay. I'm just giving you an answer to the last one. So better you have. I have not mentioned that there are many MOOC providers. We have Coursera. We have similarly we have FutureLearn. FutureLearn is wonderful for free MOOCs. FutureLearn. Coursera is a MOOC platform. Then some are subscription. Udacity is the Udemy is the Khan Academy in India. If you take it, there is a Swayam platform of India. NPTEL. These are the platforms you can freely access MOOCs. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Let me leave.
Thank you so much, sir. Dear IGP analysis question for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. Dear IGP analysis question for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. Process, visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a learning session and get enrolled. After watching completing part 1, move to the next with the learning test passing mark 80%. If passed, back to the course again to download your certificate. If failed, to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF or JPG. For your attention, I am going to share the procedure again. Visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a learning session and get enrolled. After watching complete part 1, move to the next with the learning test passing mark 80%. If passed, back to the course again to download your certificate. If failed, to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF or JPG. At the end of our session, we can say properly feed your skill. Never stop learning, cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy, stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, try to a goal, not of people or things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end like button, again wants to thank all IGP knowledge seekers for your active participation as always. See you again in the next session. Thank you.